Good evening and Ramadan Kareem. From the Tokyo Metropolitan Government in Shinjuku, I'm Koike Yuriko, Governor of Tokyo. We are delivering information on the novel coronavirus in English every Friday at 7:15 p.m. Tokyo is still under a state of emergency. Let's together put a stop to the spread of the virus so that we can return to normal everyday life as soon as possible. Now, turning to today's latest on COVID-19 in Tokyo, as of 6 p.m. today, there were 9 people newly testing positive, of which 3 were those in close contact with infected patients, and 0 had recently traveled overseas. 6 people are currently undergoing contact tracing. The total number of people who have tested positive to date is over 5,036. And 1,077 are currently hospitalized, 99 are staying at designated hotels, and 255 are staying at home until they recover. A total of 3,386 patients have been discharged. 7 deaths have been reported today, bringing the total of deaths to 219. May they rest in peace. The red line in this graph shows the 7-day average of people testing positive. As of May 15, today, the 7-day average is 21.4. In addition, we are reporting the percentage of the cases testing positive as a 7-day moving average. Yesterday, this positive rate was 3.7%. This is 0.6 points below the rate on the day before yesterday, which was 4.3%. We still have a long battle ahead of us to beat COVID-19, so let's stay focused on our efforts. At the national government's task force meeting held yesterday, it was decided that Tokyo will continue to be an area to be closely watched. It must not be forgotten that the state of emergency still applies for Tokyo. Tokyo remains under alert as an area where there is a risk that the infection will spread. I request the people of Tokyo and business operators to continue with their efforts, such as staying at home and suspending use of facilities. Please also avoid travel to other prefectures to all possible extent. Today, we announced the outline of the COVID-19 roadmap. Here, we indicate the criteria for moving from the current requests under the state of emergency to the next step, a staged relaxation of requests, and if there are signs of resurgence in infections, the criteria for reinstating requests. Specifically, if the situation of infection is such that the number of new infections, percentage of untraceable cases, and the change in weekly number of positive cases are under certain level, an overall evaluation will be made on the healthcare provision system and monitoring, and our request for people to stay at home and to suspend business operations will be relaxed. But when the indicators surpass the criteria for relaxing requests or other such circumstances arise that lead to judgment that the situation requires vigilance, a Tokyo alert will be issued, and we will call upon the people of Tokyo to be on the guard against a resurgence of the infection. If, unfortunately, we do not see any effects and multiple indicators surpass a certain level, we will have to implement requests including suspension of business again. Regarding the relaxation of requests, we will first implement this for facilities that are essential for cultured life, such as museums. Next, we will proceed to apply this to facilities with no history of cluster outbreaks and where there is little overlap of the three C's, as you know, closed spaces, crowds, and conversation in close proximity, and finally to facilities other than those with a history of cluster outbreaks or those at high risk. As a condition for this, however, we will request that they limit opening hours or entry in order to maintain social distancing. This roadmap will be formulated and announced as early as next week. Next, let me inform you that we have made a video to stop the spread of COVID-19. The number of infections in Tokyo is on a decrease. Thanks to your cooperation, it is not very well known around the world, but in Tokyo we do not have the strict lockdowns with penalties as seen in other countries. This decrease may have been due to the high sense of cleanliness among the Japanese people, something that could be considered as admirable social norm. As the governor of Tokyo, I would like to thank you all for your immense cooperation. Now let's have a look of the video.
短期間に感染者数を減らすために人と人との接触削減が必要です。そのために街にいる人の数を減らすこと、人との距離を取り向き合わないこと、この2つの徹底で短期間での感染収束へ終わらせよう。私たちの行動で気を引き締めてご協力をお願いいたします。
Well, once again, I'd like to stress the fact that the number of infections in Tokyo is on a decrease thanks to your cooperation. And it is not very well known around the world, but in Tokyo, we do not have the strict lockdowns with penalties as seen in other countries or paying fines and this kind of thing. This decrease may have been due to the high sense of cleanliness among the Japanese people, something that could be considered an admirable social norm. As the governor of Tokyo, I would like to thank you all for your immense cooperation. However, we are seeing an increasing trend that in the flow of people since the end of stay-home week. Let me say again that this virus spreads through contact between people and causes a dangerous illness that costs lives, regardless of age group. We are now in the phase where we need to thoroughly change our actions to contain outbreaks of infection. This includes staying at home and reducing opportunities for contact. Today, we will show you a video made under the supervision of Dr. Nishiura of Hokkaido University Graduate School of Medicine, who is analyzing the situation at the Ministry of Health, a cluster response team. Please enjoy the video one more time.
感染者数を減らすために人と人との接触削減が必要です。そのために街にいる人の数を減らすこと、人との距離を取り向き合わないこと、この2つの徹底で短期間での感染収束へ終わらせよう。私たちの行動で気を引き締めてご協力をお願いいたします。
I hope you enjoyed the video twice. Now, I'd like to pass on some information from the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. We are currently asking the people of Tokyo to refrain from making unnecessary outings to prevent the spread of COVID-19. With people spending more time at home, abuse within the home, domestic violence brought on by triggers such as the build-up of stress is of great concern. Two services established by the TMG as consultation centers to support those being abused by a partner or spouse, that Tokyo Women's Plaza and Tokyo Women's Counseling Center, offer consultation over the phone. The Tokyo Women's Plaza provides assistance in 5 foreign languages: English, Chinese, Korean, Thai, and Tagalog. Calls can be made on an anonymous basis. The contents of the call will be held strictly confidential. And of course, the service is free of charge. If you are a victim of domestic violence or worried about abuse in the home, please do not suffer alone. Take the first step and call Tokyo Women's Plaza. Here are the phone numbers for both centers. Next, I'd like to again introduce our multilingual telephone consultation service, which is available to assist foreign nationals experiencing uncertainty in their daily lives due to the virus. I'm certain that there are many foreign residents who are also unsure of how best to handle the current situation. To help respond to such concerns, we have set up the Tokyo Coronavirus Support Center for Foreign Residents, or TOCOS. The center is currently providing consultation in a total of 14 languages, including English, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Nepali, and plain Japanese. Depending on the contents of the inquiry, TOCOS will also put the caller in touch with the office or institution that specializes in the matter. If that office is unable to handle inquiries in a foreign language, TOCOS will act as an interpreter. About a month had passed since we opened TOCOS, and the call center continues to take in a high number of inquiries. Well over 1,000 have been received. TOCOS is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and is closed weekends and holidays. If there are foreign members of your community who are experiencing problems due to the impacts of the novel coronavirus, please introduce them to the TOCOS service. Tokyo is still at a critical moment with respect to the spread of COVID-19. Tokyo is still under alert. Let's continue staying home, staying in Tokyo, and maintaining social distance to protect lives and livelihoods. Looking ahead to the long battle against the virus, let's work together to thoroughly implement new practices at home and at the office, and create a society where the new normal is firmly established. We are standing on that starting line right now. Therefore, I request that you stay focused. Your continued cooperation will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your attention.